All right, welcome to another 2021 MLB draft show. We are joined today by one of the biggest prepped sluggers in the 2021 draft class. We got Mr. James Wood, product of IMG Academy, and possibly a future Mississippi State alum. James, how you doing today, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing all right, Ian. Joined by my co-host out of Florida. I'm gonna just open the floor to you. What do you got?
Man, I just want to know how your summer treated you, James. It was extremely loud. I know you had a couple performances that were pretty outrageous numbers, but just overall, how do you think you feel? How do you think you played this summer?
I think I play loose, just trying to have fun. So I think that's one thing that really helped me just play loose, have fun this whole summer. Just really helped my performance.
You know, you can play loose, you can have fun, but I tell you what, the pitchers on the other side that had to face you, they weren't having as much fun, man. You had some pretty loud barrels this year. What do you kind of attribute your success to? I mean, how did you go from what you were your freshman and sophomore year to being this 6'6" behemoth of an outfielder that's hitting balls over fences?
I think sort of over the quarantine period, I sort of just use that as a time, really, just to get better, just to get a whole lot stronger, which I think really helped me a whole lot over the summer.
Well, talking about your strengths real quick, I want to talk about one at bat in particular this summer. You took a fastball that was probably over my head, deep. I think it was like late July. It was gave me shades of Vlad Guerrero Senior, but just talk to me a little bit about that. Like that was the most ridiculous home run I've seen this entire summer by far.
Oh, I think the two bats before that, I was sort of seeing like a lot of curveballs, a lot of off speed. So I honestly just told myself like in that at bat, I'm just gonna be very aggressive with any fastballs I see. So I guess I went a little overboard with that. So
How did you hit that? That ball was at your eyes and you hit it like 415 feet.
I have no idea.
No, but going back to that sort of thing, like the one thing that I admire about you, James, is you've got some of the best hands in the class. I mean, they're really quiet at the plate. Like you said, really, really loose. It seems like it gives you the ability to cover the entire plate. Um, is that something that has come with added strength, or do you feel like you've always had that mobility and flexibility to get to pitches all over the box?
Honestly, I honestly think like the one thing that really sort of like helped me with that like throughout the years, even like since I've been like a little kid, is I would just like start swinging and I would like get close to a fence to see how close I could get to the fence while keeping my hands inside. So just working on that way.
Sounds a little bit like the Robbie Cano net drill, something like that.
Yeah, somewhat. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll get a little bit away from baseball here. You come from a pretty prestigious basketball family with your dad playing at Richmond. I believe both your sisters involved in college basketball now. How has the support system been with you being full baseball now, going that route compared to the basketball like everybody else?
Honestly, I think choosing to go with baseball for me was pretty easy just because I think ever since I was a kid, I always fell in love with baseball, and I think basketball is sort of like I wouldn't say like a hobby, but something I sort of did like during the off season just to like stay in shape and stay athletic.
Makes sense.
I got to ask the question because being 6'6", 230, there's just not a lot of outfielders that are built like you are. Is there a guy that, kind of stands out in the bigs right now, or maybe like Ian had mentioned, like Vladimir Guerrero, or is there someone that you've kind of just maybe tried to model your game after or that you take influences from?
I don't necessarily like try and model my game again like off of somebody, but a lot of times like people compare me to like maybe like Dave Winfield or like Darryl Strawberry, like a lot of the taller outfielders that played before me. So
I got to tell you, it's refreshing hearing those names because I was almost certain we were going to get an Aaron Judge, and I think you're a totally different player than Aaron Judge, and I like those names. Those are two good comparisons.
Yeah, a lot of people might say that just because of the size, but
Right.
I think just like with the swing, and I think our swings are completely different. So
Well, your athleticism stands out for your size right now, and you've played a lot of center field coming up in the outfield, and that's something that you look extremely comfortable doing. You cover ground extremely well. Your routes are well. Is that something you'd like to continue to pursue playing center field, or do you feel like you're better suited in the corner going forward?
I think it would be nice if I could stay in center field, but I'm honestly comfortable playing all three positions, and I'm willing to do whatever will help the team most.
Absolutely.
Speaking of getting comfortable in center, I've really taken notice to how comfortable and more effective that you've been in center field. I mean, your crow hop looks better, your coordination looks better, and that might have come with the added strength. So I'm wondering, out of all the tools, you got the arm, you got the speed, you got the power, you got the hit, and you play center field. You clearly got the glove. Is there an aspect of your game that you really want to shore up, that you really want to improve going into college?
I think I can always get stronger and faster, and I think another thing is really just building my arm, getting my arm stronger. So those are really the things I've been working on the most this fall and throughout this, or going into this spring.
Okay.
What was something that led you to making the decision to move down to Florida and to transfer to IMG after leaving Maryland?
I think the opportunity came up, and coming down to IMG, just seeing the facilities they have, and the repetition that you get. I think for me, especially with the weight room and all of that, I think it was something that really would have benefited me. So I think me and my family decided that it would be worth the risk to come down here and just improve as much as I possibly can.
No, that makes
Clearly,
sense.
it was
Yeah, I
paying
mean,
off as soon as you got on the field this summer.
yeah, and IMG, they're certainly not short for talent. So anytime you can stack yourself up against the best of the best, I don't think that's a bad call. Speaking of the best, you faced off against the best of the best all summer. I mean, you were at pretty much every showcase. You got at bats against some of the best arms in the country. Is there one that maybe sticks out as just a dude that is a little bit different, a dude that's a little bit nastier than the rest?
I think there's, I don't know if I could give just one in particular, but I think three that were like that really stood out were like Christian Little, Carter Holton, or like Chase Petty, one of those guys.
Everyone says Carter Holton.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's three
he's
now.
real tough. He's real tough.
What is it about Holton? Because we actually spoke to Holton not too long ago, and Ian Muller said the same thing. I think Jordan Lawler said the same thing. Dalen Lyle said the same thing. What is it about Carter Holton's stuff that just blows people away?
I just think it's the delivery and the movement from the left side, and it gets on you a lot quicker than a lot of 95s do.
And
That's
And
that
fair.
quick pitch fastball is something serious.
yeah,
Mm-hmm,
yeah, it,
mm-hmm.
it gets on you real quick, and it's real tough. So
Wow, absolutely. That's awesome. I think baseball wise, that might be my last question. I think that was what I was going to come with next, which is the best you faced this summer. And I imagine that Petty was going to come up, but hearing Holton's name for the fourth time is pretty exciting.
No, James likes the gas.
Likes to gas.
I got another question for you, James. You played for the Dirtbags Scrap Pack. I think you did for most of this summer. Playing for such a team with so much talent, is there another hitter that maybe you bounced ideas off of or grew close with, just kind of that impressed you this year?
I think my teammate Tommy Hawk. I think he was hurt for the majority of the fall, but I think throughout the summer I became real close to him and was talking about like hitting and all kinds of stuff. Just baseball really helped me improve.
All right, last baseball question for you. We got 9 months until the 2021 MLB draft. You are positioned very, very well. You've got a pretty high profile. Your stock is on the way up, but you've also got a really good fallback plan in Mississippi State. They're a bit of a powerhouse. What do you want to improve about your game in the next 9 months to just impress scouts or prepare yourself to arrive on campus and make an immediate impact at Mississippi State?
I think getting stronger. I just think I could always get stronger, you know. I think that'll help with just about everything and just continue to get smarter, more sound defensively.
Fair enough. All right, Ian. Well, we usually end up with one question to keep these guys on their toes, and I think I got the question for James. I think I'm ready.
Let's hear it. I'm ready for you.
All right, James. So I'm going to compare you to everyone else that's answered the question. You got two options here. One, you can listen to every song that's ever been created, but Pitbull has to sing it. Or you can listen to one song, only one song, for the rest of the time, but everybody gets to sing it. So what route you going with?
I might just have to go with one song.
Okay, one song by all the different artists?
Yeah, I don't know how long I'd be able to deal with Pitbull.
Finally, the right answer, man. Boy, we've had some guys that have come on and just been like, I could do Pitbull. I'm like, man, maybe being in Seattle has me jaded, but I could not do that. Well, hey, man, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show. Really excited to watch you and track you through next spring. We think you're going to be a high flyer and a big riser on draft boards next year. Looking forward to watching some more of you and seeing how you grow. Ian, you have any last things to say?
No, I think we've covered it all, man. I really appreciate you coming on, James. It's been great.